Hey everybody, it's me Candace from CMG Music. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Wednesday Wisdom video. If you are not following me on social media, I have both Facebook and Instagram. So if you're watching this from Facebook, head over to my Instagram and follow me. And if you're watching this from Instagram, head over to my Facebook and follow me. Okay, so first off, I want to apologize. I have not posted a video in such a long time. Well, it's been probably like a month, maybe a little bit. And I've had some people asking me, hey, I have been missing your videos, so I am so sorry, but I do want to thank you so much for your patience and for watching today. So, one of the reasons why you haven't heard from me is because I developed a sinus infection. It has been a very, very busy month. That's the other reason. And so I'm just going to go through this timeline, this sinus infection, because I think just what my experience through this may be able to help and give some really good reminders about staying healthy vocally, especially in this season. And we're getting out of the winter season, but for some people, like myself, I can get a sinus infection or have cold symptoms, sinus symptoms throughout the year. So hopefully this helps. So I'm going to go through this kind of like in a timeline to help paint a really good picture of what happened with my sinus infection. So at the beginning of March, probably like around March 2nd, I started to develop a scratchy throat. I had been walking in and out of my place, moving some things, and so sometimes when you're changing temperatures, cold, hot, just going in and out, and it was really snowy at this time, I had developed a sinus. I developed a scratchy throat because of that. Yes, I was wearing a scarf. I probably could have completely covered my whole face up and all that stuff, but that's beside the point. I developed a scratchy throat. And so I had a rehearsal that evening. I still did the rehearsal, still proceeded on with life. Praise and worship team, as some of you know, I also teach as well. So as the week went on, from like the 3rd through the 8th, I continued to teach. But as the week went on, progressively, my throat started to feel a little bit more raspy, a little bit more dry, a bit more harder to actually get a really, really good, clear sounding singing voice. I also started to slowly develop, sinus headaches and things like that. But I was so busy, right? I was too busy, didn't have time to stop or take care of myself. There were things that I had to get done. So when it hit the 8th, and I knew I had a very vocal weekend, the weekend of the 9th and 10th, praise and worship team, there was an event, I just knew I was going to be very vocal, and so that evening, Friday evening, the 8th, I made sure, I said, okay, well, you know what, I'm feeling absolutely horrible. I'm going to make sure my humidifier's on when I go to bed at night. I got a new filter for my humidifier. I drank some tea. I took some Sudafed, drank and added some honey and all that jazz, right? Next day I woke up on the 9th. No, my voice still felt, and I did have a rehearsal on that Friday evening, but when I woke up the next day on the 9th, I still felt terrible. Like physically, as far as my energy levels, and I felt okay, I felt good, I didn't feel like, oh, sick, but vocally, I did not feel very healthy at all. But by the grace of God, I got through this event. It was only by His grace. And it was an awesome time, and I gave it my all. And so, Loki, I guess, wants to say hello to everybody. And so, I got through the event. But after that was over, I was just spent. My voice was spent. I barely had anything left. And so Sunday, I rested. I did not use my voice as much as I usually do on Sunday. But on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I just was like, I'm on vocal rest. I did some using of my vocal cords. I had a choir class that I teach, so I did that. But I gave my students a disclaimer that I wasn't feeling the best vocally. They understood, and we got through the class. And then I ended up making a doctor appointment because I had also started taking emergency. I started taking some vitamin C supplements and some vitamin D to kind of help boost my immune system, fight off whatever was going on. I started taking zinc, which also helps fight off any cold and flu symptoms. And then I was drinking lots of water. I was doing tea and honey and lemon if I needed it. But warm water and just lots of water throughout the day. I also was trying to make sure I slept at night, and I was taking Sudafed and ZQuil. I wasn't getting better. Actually, the nasal congestion got worse. The sinus pressure got worse. My ears also started to feel bad. I started getting lime green, lime green snot and stuff like that. Sorry to be graphic, but those are symptoms. You definitely have an infection. So I knew I developed an infection. I went to the doctor who prescribed me an antibiotic to help fight off this infection. So the fact that I took all those things were good, right? Those are all really good things to take that are over the counter that you can go get and you can take. So please do those, take note of those things. However, it is best to take those things on the onset of the symptoms. So on the second, when I started feeling that way, that's when I should have started to take vitamin D, vitamin C, things that help boost my immune system, or some zinc that help get rid of some of these symptoms and help me fight it off a little bit faster. Lots of water. But I waited until it was too bad. The other thing is, if you are taking these things and you start taking them on the onset of it, or you wait too late, whatever the case is, if it starts getting worse and you're taking all these things, it means your body needs something stronger to help you, or your body needs a longer period of time to fight it off. So when I made my appointment, it had been about 10 days that I have been experiencing these symptoms that have progressively gotten worse. So I started to take the antibiotic. Of course, it started working. I started feeling so much better. Still, I am getting better even today, but I'm so glad that I can actually speak and sing now. My students are happy about it too. But what I can't express enough is that when you start to feel symptoms coming on, start taking something at the onset of your symptoms. Take the things right away so that your symptoms do not get worse. Get lots of rest. Rest your vocal cords. Do all of those things that are very good, but do them early on so that you don't have to worry about making a doctor visit. However, if it gets worse and you're doing all these things, you may need to take or may need to make a doctor's visit for something stronger. If you know that you have a job where you sing or you talk a lot or you do a lot of, you're vocally active, then you may need to go see a doctor to fight it off. You may be able to fight it off without seeing the doctor. Me, I am prone to sinus infections. When I get a sinus infection, if I don't get an antibiotic, this has happened before, I can go for a month or so with a sinus infection. That means I can go for a full month, 4 weekends. Yes, 4 weekends I have gone before not being vocally healthy. I have learned over the years how to sing still without being vocally healthy, but that isn't going to help you get better if you're keep using the muscles and the things that isn't completely healthy. If you think about your voice, or like a broken leg or a broken ankle or a broken bone, you wouldn't continue. Even when we have hangnails, I'm gonna be honest, a hangnail is so super small, but it hurts like nobody's business. Or a paper cut, we will avoid using that finger or avoid hitting that thumb or whatever it is, because it will make it hurt worse. For some reason, we use our voice a lot different. So please, if you're feeling these things, understand all those things that you take are really, really good. So please do that. But you have to know that resting your vocal cords and getting sleep is going to be if you don't couple it with those things, it's still going to take you a long time to get better. So rest your vocal cords, get lots of sleep, learn from my experience of not taking good care of myself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Listen to your body when it's telling you and giving you symptoms, okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment or send me a message. But everybody have a blessed day. God bless you.